What y'all was doing? Fuck all that. I was just sitting here thinking about the fact that I want my money. And if you black, I want you to have your money too. Let me explain something to you, baby. If you just sit and think about how lucrative slavery was for everybody except for black people, it'll make you so mad you just want to go slap the hell out of the first wealthy Caucasian person you see. But I'm not here to incite violence. I'm here to do a little math. Now, it's multiple ways that we could look at this because it's multiple ways that the Europeans profited off of us being slaves. For example, let's take my boy Stephen Duncan, for example. Now, Stephen Duncan had over 2,200 slaves, baby, and he did have them picking cotton. Now, the average healthy male slave was expected to pick 200 pounds of cotton a day. Let's say for the hell of it, he didn't even have all 22 of them picking cotton. Let's say he had 500 men picking cotton. 500 men picking 200 pounds of cotton a day each. That's 100,000 pounds of cotton a day, baby. Now let's do the math. Now what I do know is that from the year 1863 to 1864, the price of cotton went from 10 cents a pound to a whopping $1.89 a pound. So if he had 500 niggas picking 200 pounds of cotton a day, that's 100,000 pounds of cotton in one day. Let's say he had them doing that for 30 days straight. That's $189,000 he was making off of them a day. That's $5.6 million in 1 month. Now, today's price was not yesterday's price or the day before that, meaning the value was different. That would have easily been over $150 million made in 1 year. That's their generational wealth. Their generational wealth was built off the backs of our ancestors. But let's take it a step further. That's looking at the money off the back end. Let's look at the front end. Because they made money the moment they brought us to this bitch. We were product in itself. They made money off of us. The average slave was going for $1,000. So out of 12 million, let's say about only 10 million of them survived. So you killed about 2 million of us off just on the way to this bitch. Then the 10 million that made it here, Brazil took about half of them, baby. Brazil was having a field day. Brazil had over 5.5 million of the African slaves that came. So America only got a little ass percentage. America had 600,000 slaves. 600,000 slaves times 1,000, baby, that's $600 million that America made by bringing us here. That's just off the front. That's before we even did any work. And then you take that 600,000 that you had and you breed them. You fuck them and you rape them and you make them start fucking each other and you make them have babies. And then you can then sell those babies and make them have hundreds of thousands and more of them, and you can sell those, and that's more money on the back. Y'all, they made so much money. Now, I ain't never been good at math. That's why I use a calculator. Y'all know history and science is my strong point. But I say all this to say, the Europeans been in a bag. They was in a bag during slavery, and they made a bag, and we didn't get a dime. So I feel like it's time we get a piece of the pie, if not the whole motherfucking thing, bitch. Run us our reparations. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.